What's up, everybody? I'm Bree.
And I'm Evan.
And this is Reality Check TV.
Mm-hmm.
Here's where we discuss some of our favorite reality shows to watch together as a couple. So if you love reality TV like we do, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. So welcome back, everybody. And if you are new to our channel, welcome in general. I hope you guys are all doing well. It was a very gloomy day here in Charlotte. And I have also heard that there's some bad air quality going around in the country. So I really hope you guys are staying safe and drinking your water. Yes. But we are here to review episode 5 of Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Comes on Bravo every Sunday night. So, yeah. Any other thing to add before we...
I hope y'all are building up your opinions about these characters because we want to hear about these in the comments.
Yes, that is definitely true. How y'all feeling about the show? Because I don't know, have you seen anything about the show on social media?
Not really.
Me neither. So I wonder if you guys are watching, because I do hope that the show comes back for a second season. So let us know how you feel about it. But in the meantime, let's get into it. So this episode picks up, of course, where the last one left off, with Silas and Bria going back and forth. So just to quickly recap, last episode, they were arguing about Simon. About Simon coming and staying the remaining days of the trip. And Bria got in her feelings and threw a temper tantrum, and she was calling him controlling, and he called her manipulative. And they were just yelling and screaming, and let me not say they, because I will say Silas was walking away and he was going down the stairs, and Bria's just screaming and hollering at him, and goes back in her room, and she's like throwing all of her stuff, threatening that she's gonna leave.
Girl, just leave.
I mean, I was really I was smiling ear to ear, grinning, because I was like, oh my God, this is it. She's not gonna be here. Yeah, that didn't last very long. But Jasmine, y'all, these names. Jasmine runs upstairs trying to diffuse the situation, and see what's going on. Preston's also confused and over it. He's like, y'all, this is too much. We supposed to be having fun tonight. We supposed to be drinking. And this is what y'all doing. And he was like, both of y'all are right. He didn't say this to them. He said this in his confessional. He was like, both of them are right. Silas is controlling and Bria is manipulative. So
he was over it.
So let's just take a shot and get over it. And that's
Continue
me.
The party.
I'm not about to do this with y'all. Can we please drink? Jason also was over it too. Jason's the new guy, the new guest. This is Jasmine's old roommate. So he was over it. He's like, I just got here. I thought we were supposed to be having fun. What are we doing?
Right.
So Silas is still in his feelings. He goes downstairs with the rest of the group, and telling them what is going on. Bria also, again, I've already mentioned, she's upstairs packing, and she calls Simon saying that she's leaving. And I'm like, yes, please leave. Jasmine comes downstairs into the basement, and they all decide to do a vote on if significant others should stay basically unlimited days or until the trip is over, or should there be a cap on how long significant others can be in the house?
Of 3 days.
Yes, of 3 days. So they all vote, and they pretty much decide that yes, all significant others should only be able to stay 3 days. So they kind of ended there. And again, let's just get back to the drinking, right? Let's get back to the good time. Bria decides to stay up in her room and pout the rest of the night, while Nick goes up there to kiss her ass. And I'm like, this is the exact reason why she is the way she is. He brings her food, and he was like, just calm down. We don't want you to leave. Just calm down. Um, and then as she's talking to Simon on the phone, she then decides like, no, I'm not gonna give them the satisfaction. I am gonna say. And I was like, damn, like we almost had you. He was almost gone. He was in the clear.
I believe Silas did the right thing. As much as controlling Silas is, I mean, the thing is, it's just y'all upstairs. You don't want to give her no reason to lie, say you raised your voice, or you're being disrespectful upstairs, because it's only y'all two upstairs.
Yeah.
And Bria seems like she's not tameable. She looks like she's looking for a reason to always snap. So, Silas, good move, my dude. Just walk down the stairs and let her run her mouth. Cause she's looking. Like I said, Bria's manipulative. She's petty.
Yes. So after the hot tub, they all decide to just call it a night. Everybody's going to bed. And we hear Silas and Jasmine fucking. Yes, again. Once again. Now, this is the one thing that we have not mentioned in any of our reviews because I feel like the first time that we heard them having sex or they showed it on TV, I was just like, it wasn't worth bringing up. But little did we know, every episode they keep showing them having sex. And I'm like, but why? And when Bria was throwing her little temper tantrum upstairs, threatening that she was going to leave, that was one of the only things that she was bringing up about how it's not fair because she gets to get her back blown out every night. And what am I supposed to do? Just sit here and listen to it. So I was just like, girl, like that's why you're mad. That's why you want your dude to be here because it's just all about you getting your back blown out. Like it was just like, girl, like I can't with Bria. But back to them having sex. They have literally like 3 nights in a row made Amari leave his room. So Amari goes and sleeps on the couch. Because I don't know if his room is beneath theirs or right next to theirs.
I think it's right next to it.
Because it's clear that everybody in the house can hear them, but it seems like Amari can really hear it. And so every time that they show this scene, Amari either has the pillow over his ear or he's like, oh my God, are they serious? Or he'll go sleep on the couch. And so he decided to go sleep on the couch. This, I mean, again, we're all on vacation. So people having sex is like kind of like a given, especially if you're in a house with newlyweds. But I don't like hearing people have sex. That's like I do not like hearing people have sex. I can't do it. You can call me childish, but I just don't like the sound. Like, I don't want to hear how my homegirl sounds. I just don't. Or how your husband's, like, I can't. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear ass smacking. I can't. I don't want to hear it.
So the next day, we have Nick coming to Bria, trying to persuade her not to leave and letting her know how much he wants her to be there. I just think it's so funny how Nick's been this episode. I think it's so funny how Nick's trying to be super nice to Bria and really be there. I really feel like he's trying to take the spotlight off him because, as y'all know, it just came out for all the girls that Nick has a girlfriend, and so with Bria acting a fool, I think Nick's trying to play that role of, you know what? Let me make sure she has a spotlight. So nobody.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Because if so, he shouldn't be diffused of the situation. He would escalate it if that was trying to get the spotlight on her.
Hey, just trying to get in good graces. Because remember, he hopped in her DM, so let me get in her good graces. Maybe she won't say shit when my girl comes. But anyways, Nick makes a comment saying he wants Bria to be there because he is potentially having his girlfriend come out to the house. Now, me personally, I'm waiting for that because I know somebody's gonna say something. Because just imagine, you invite your girlfriend to the house. You've been in everybody's DMs. Maybe if she has like a super sixth sense, as that woman sense of something don't smell right. But I don't know. That's just me.
So all of the ladies decide to go out to brunch to celebrate Jordan's 1 year of being celibate. And I said all the ladies, but it's also plus Preston. Preston also goes with them. And so they get to the brunch spot and everybody looks a little cute. They had their brunch wear on. And Jordan just pretty much talks about what led her to the decision of deciding to be celibate for at least a year. She talked about her last relationship, which was more of a situationship, and it didn't end well. He clearly was still dipping in with his ex. That's what I got from the story. And wasn't being 100% honest with her, and probably there was some feelings involved more than what she would have liked to admit at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the situation just got messy. Y'all know it's the old cliche situation, but she said at that point in her life last year, she was just really in a bad place, and so she just wanted to kind of have like a restart. And so she decided that the next time that she has sex is going to be with somebody that she's actually in a relationship with. And by saying that, that kind of just led into her being celibate for a year. And she does make it known that it wasn't anything more than that. So she did say now that she's hit the year mark, maybe she will have sex with somebody that she's interested in. And in general, not anybody in the house, but just in general. But I think it was more of her just like taking the control back and getting herself together before she gives her body and her energy to somebody else, which I completely understand.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think that as her friend, you would understand that and be championing her for this decision that she's made. But it is made out to seem like Jasmine is not, right? So Jasmine starts making her little remarks, or I'm not going to say like little remarks, like it's super negative, but she starts alluding to this isn't what Jordan wants necessarily, or if Jordan doesn't even really know what she wants necessarily. Um, and she brings up that she just wants Jordan to be excited about somebody, right? And just like pushing the process along. And Jordan explains, like, she's just like, this is where I'm at right now. I'm not really interested in being in a relationship right now. Like, right now, I'm just focusing on me. I'm just trying to be whole with who I am. Like, I don't want to be calling everybody every morning and seeing what they're doing, and whatever they're doing is dictating how I move. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship right now. And a lot of times, I don't know why, but a lot of people have issue with that. Like, you meet a woman of a particular age, and it's like when they just say they don't want to be in a relationship, or they're not interested in being in a relationship, it's like they get insulted by it. And I don't understand it at all.
I mean, you get assaulted. You get insulted by stuff you don't understand. That's it. I mean, when people don't understand something, they take it. Some people take it as an insult.
Yeah,
But
well,
not everything's made for you to
yeah, well, I think nothing is wrong with Jordan saying or being mature enough to say, I'm not ready for a relationship. That's not what I want. Because I would assume what we don't want is for her to be in a relationship when she wasn't ready. That's part of y'all's problem. That's part of Jasmine's problem. But I digress. While they are all at the table at brunch, Summer also takes this opportunity to talk about her last relationship, which also did not end well. And she gets emotional about it, and she just makes it known that she's just the type of person to fall for people pretty fast and get involved in a relationship pretty fast. And so she's just learning how to experience people in the moment and just let it be what it is and not rush into something. And I felt like that was very mature. This whole relationship thing, especially when you're a young adult, is figuring it out. Like, we're gonna make mistakes. The key thing is that once a relationship ends, you need to know what you learned from it and grow from it, so you don't make the same mistake. And it seems like Jordan and Summer are both on that journey. Once they leave the brunch and they get back to the house, they are all just chilling and relaxing and getting ready for dinner that night. And Alex and Summer have a conversation in his room, and it's just clear that they do have chemistry. right? So it was Summer's idea to have a Jamaican night. She lets it be known that she is half Irish Canadian and Jamaican, but she was raised by her Jamaican side of her family, which is her mom's side of the family. She doesn't really know her dad. And so she just wanted to bring her culture and create a vibe for the evening. And so they have a Caribbean chef come in, which looked amazing. Like, I want some Caribbean food right now. But they all get dressed up in their Caribbean colors or Jamaican wear. Like, they all look cute. It was a very cute night, right? And so because it is a Caribbean chef, there's a little bit of spice to it. So Amari had to go get some milk because he said he Lebanese. He don't do spicy food. Jasmine was also suffering with the spice. And Silas mentioned how every time Jasmine comes around his family and his mom is cooking, she also has to make like a separate plate of food or a separate pot of food for just Jasmine because she don't do the spice thing. This is weird because I know that that's one of the stereotypes for Black people. Is like we like spicy food. I need people to explain 100% what they mean by spicy, right? Because sometimes I'm like, okay, we have the same understanding of what spicy is. For me, because I don't like spicy food. I don't like food that has too much heat on it, right? But I love food that's seasoned. Like, what? Like, my food has to be seasoned. Because when Silas made the comment that his mom makes a separate pot for her and just puts like a dash of seasoning, I'm like, well, that's just nasty. Like, there ain't no taste. When I say spicy, like, I mean like hot. Like, I don't like hot food. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think everybody got the same definition. Is what I'm like.
I don't know. I'm thinking like spice. There got to be like some hot pepper spices or some shit.
Yeah, like it has heat to it.
Yeah,
right. So after dinner, the group decides to play Truth or Dare again because we don't have no more games. That's all we know how to play. So they're playing Truth or Dare with shots, of course. And I'm gonna just run down a list because there ain't much to this. It really is.
Y'all seen it all coming.
Right. So Nick jumps in the pool. Summer gives Nick a lap dance. Amari gives Jordan a lap dance, and she didn't look amused in any way. Preston kisses Bria. Summer kisses Alex. And then the last one, they say, or they dare Jasmine to make the same noises she makes during sex. Or to reenact the sex noises that she was making the night before. That's what it was. She has to reenact the sex noises. And they're embarrassed. Well, not they, because Jasmine does it, but Silas like turns around. He's so embarrassed because he's like, I don't like other men to hear my wife moan.
No, nobody want Jasmine in the house.
I don't think it's bigger than that, babe. You always want to say that. No. So when they're all done with the evening, they all go into their room, and once again, here go Jasmine and Silas. And they having sex again. And he tells her, like, you got to be discreet. Don't be loud. And so she's trying to be quiet. And then he gets mad at her. He gets mad because he's like, it being like us having sex and it's silent isn't a turn on. And like, he really gets upset. And she's like, are you delusional? Like, what is your problem? Like, you can't be serious right now. Like, okay.
She was ready to roll over and go to sleep. She wasn't there for it.
Now y'all embarrassed?
The many rules of Silas.
Like, now y'all embarrassed. Y'all don't want to hear people. Y'all don't want people hearing y'all have sex. They've been loud. Like, loud. And you know when you loud, though. Like, I can understand, like, sometimes you feel like, oh, dang, like, I didn't really think I was that loud. But they be like, she be screaming to me. The bed be moving and everything. Like, come on. Like, y'all know people heard you. Stop it. Talking about the walls are thin. No, they're not.
They be doing that on purpose.
You think?
Nothing. Yeah. They need to stop playing. They know damn well other people under them. Like, it's a, the house has 2 stories. They know people can hear under and everything. Come on. So the next scene we have, the group actually splits up. The ladies seem like they go out shopping with Preston. And Nick Amari, Jason. I believe was Alex with them too. Yep, Alex is with them because
Yeah,
he got the
Alex was with
sparkling
them.
water.
Yeah.
They go out to eat because everybody else got drinks and he got sparkling water.
Oh, okay.
They go out to eat, and the guys are having a conversation. Jason is expressing. They're asking him. They're talking about the women in the house, and Jason's expressing that he's kind of on a new leaf. He has a daughter now, so he's kind of more on the serious tip. He's really just not into the whole flings and just trying to, hook up with something fast. He's really trying to find something genuine. Because he said his daughter changed his life, so it kind of changed his whole attitude. So Nick asked Amari about Jordan. Nick's asking Amari about how things are going with Jordan, and Amari's kind of expressing pretty much that, he's kind of not used to this. Like, he's used to kind of letting everything be known, putting your cards on the table pretty much. He letting Jordan know he's interested, but he feels like she's not doing the same, like she's giving him no play and just kind of being stale. In which Nick agreed. Um, to be honest with you, it's like, I don't think it's hard to see she's just not that interested. I mean, just because you guys are in a house does not mean somebody has to give you play. Like, obviously, if they're not giving it back, why you still going?
Because he really like her. He thinks Jordan is just so gorgeous and the best thing ever. So he still likes her.
I'm sorry, she don't feel the same way. So,
but dudes don't stop. They don't. They gonna keep pressing.
This one does.
Okay, that's you. But others do not. They don't.
Oh, well, I don't know how that goes. But I can see Amari still probably gonna try.
Yeah.
Until they leave this house. He's on a mission, so we'll see if he gets that accomplished. But on the other hand, the ladies who are shopping, Jasmine and Jordan, get to talking in the store.
It wasn't just them. So the people that went on the shopping trip was Silas, Preston, Jordan, Jasmine, and Summer.
Yeah.
And so they get into the store. And the only important part about this scene is the conversation between Jasmine and Jordan, right? So Jasmine once again brings up the lack thereof of Jordan's love life right now and her not being in a relationship. And Jazz claims she really knows Jordan and knows that she wants a life partner. And Jordan says, yeah, absolutely. I would love a life partner. That's just not where I'm at right now. Like that's not what I want right now. And how Jordan was receiving it was that Jasmine kept pushing and making it seem like, what good is your life right now without a partner? Like, I don't want you to be lonely. I don't want you to be alone.
Right.
And Jordan's like, what? Like, wait, what does all of that mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, what's wrong with being alone? One, and because it's not the same thing as being lonely. Catch that. But also, why is it when we are women over the age of 28 at this point, it's like people make it seem like we have to be in relationships, and if we're not in relationships, it's like we're damaged goods and we need to hurry up and get into a relationship and catch a man. Like, that's the most important thing. Nobody's ever leading with, I want you to be in a healthy relationship when you're ready, when you're at the point in your life where you're ready to receive that. And I want you to just be happy and healthy and experience true love in this way. Nobody ever says any of that. It's always like, you need to just get a man or you need to have a baby. And she's like, why is my life less valuable if I'm not in a relationship? And Jasmine kept saying that's not where she was coming from, but that's what it's been giving from the very first episode of this show. It seems like Jasmine is now a married woman and she's putting herself on this particular pedestal and judging the other girls for not being married women. Yeah. Because that clearly is the goal, of course. Our goal is, of course, to be chose. Like, oh my God. Like, girl, bye. Hey, girl, bye. No. And this is coming from somebody that's clearly in a relationship, But one, I was not looking for one. That's not what it was. It happened. And then number two, I just feel like this isn't something that I desperately needed. And if I wasn't in a relationship, it was just like, oh my God, what does my life mean? Like, what? Like, not at all. Not at all. It was way more important for me to be single until I met someone that I felt like was worth me giving my time to and being in a relationship with. Like, I did not understand at all where Jasmine was coming from in this particular moment. And just some of the slide remarks again that she's been making so far on the season. Um, it's just like, girl. So when they all get back to the house, they're getting ready once again for dinner later that night. And as they're getting dressed, Jordan is talking to Preston about the conversation that she had at the store with Jasmine. And Jasmine is talking to Silas and Summer about it. From, we already know Jordan's point of view, right? And why she was insulted. But from Jasmine's point of view, she just said that she feels like since she has gotten married, she feels like all of the girls or her friends, basically anything that she says, they're going to take it the wrong way. She feels like whatever she says, they're going to feel judged no matter what. And that's not where she's coming from. Now, Jasmine, I'm going to give you a little bit of the benefit of the doubt right here. Y'all know I don't really like Jasmine. Not that I really, yeah, I really don't like her. But I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I can see her struggling in this moment. I really can. You can tell that she is really trying to figure out how to balance being a new wife, but then also being a friend, a good friend. We can make judgments on why she's struggling with that, but it's just obvious that she is, and I can understand where she's coming from as far as she doesn't know how her friends really feel about her since she's gotten married, because none of her friends have been honest. They haven't. I'm gonna be real. Jordan to me was very honest about how she felt in the moment when they were having a conversation, when Jordan felt like she was being judged. But nobody's been honest with Jasmine about how they feel like things have changed, or how she has changed, or how they are accepting this new Jasmine the wife. Like, nobody's been honest about that. Everybody makes their comments in their confessional, but nobody's keeping it real. And I'm an energy person. So if it was me, I would have felt like there was something going on too between me and my friends that they're just not saying. So I understand the insecurity that she could be feeling of. I don't even know how they feel about me right now, because I know that it's something, but I feel like since I became a wife, things are kind of shifting, and she's trying to get a hold of it. I also know I've never been married before, and I'm not married now. But actually, being the only friend in the in a actual relationship, I have experienced more often than I would like. um, and it can be awkward. So that's why I don't even bring up relationships to my friends that are single. I don't even bring it up for real, unless they ask me a question or they ask me something about my relationship. I just don't bring it up because I don't want to make them feel away, and I don't want them to make me feel away. And also, there's more to me than just being in a relationship. That's just one extension of me. So I have more stuff to talk about versus my the guy I'm with or the relationship that I'm in. But I can understand the struggle of dealing with a friend group, and majority of your friend group are single.
I think she's just feeling the pressure of Silas.
Mhm.
I feel she's feeling the pressure of Silas. I'm just talking about how the change of now being married. It's one of the things that Silas puts pressure on her about being a housewife. I told you that comes. I think that of course comes from his culture and his background, but I feel like she feels pressure from both sides. Silas and her friend, she's trying to balance out. Um, I feel like at times she's still trying to remind them that, yeah, I'm the same Jasmine, I'm just married, you know. Um, but I feel like her conversation though, when it comes to Jordan, uh, it's one of those things where not you can say all you want, you're trying to look out and you want the best for her, but if she's telling you what's best for her, what she wants to do, and what's making her happy, that's what's best for her. She's telling you. She don't need nothing else. Just listen and support it. Obviously, she was serious about this journey when she was celibate for a year. Just support it.
And understand that just because it was your goal to get married, that don't mean that that's everybody else's ministry. That's not what they want to do all the time. Like, that's not everybody's life goal is marriage. That's not their thing. Or being in a relationship, period. Like, newsflash, not everybody wants to be in a relationship, and accept it.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's gonna rush into a marriage like you did just to get married.
Right. So the next scene we have everybody getting ready to go out for Bria's dinner. Well, as we'll call it, Simon's welcome dinner. We got Nick getting ready, Ralph Lauren head to toe. We got Alex giving Amari a haircut. Like we know, the girl, Jordan, Jasmine getting ready. We see Preston dressed up. We see Silas and Jasmine trying to match green. They got different shades, but they matching green. You got Bria trying to make sure she looked good, got her balloons. Next thing you know, she gets a call. Simon says he's outside. And you have the cast, you have Silas going on the little confessional talking about he doesn't know what to expect. You have Jasmine in the confessional saying, well, shoot, with everything that went on, if he's like Bria, we may not even make it to dinner. And so Bria runs outside. I forgot what type of car Simon pulled up in, but it was a nice car. Care. It was a nice car. But, he runs out the car, meets Bria at the doorstep. They hug, kiss, and everything. Simon walks in. Everybody's greeting him. And he comes with a gift. It looked like this expensive ass brown.
I think that's a tequila.
Tequila?
I think so.
If it's that, it's an expensive one because I've seen that one before.
Yeah, I know me too. I just can't remember which brand.
Right. And Silas thought it was a great welcoming gift. Good way to try to, start us off, kind of win us over. We don't know you. Bria's walking around introducing Simon to everybody. Pretty much after that, everybody goes take shots of the little tequila and everybody gets ready to head out for dinner.
So when they get to dinner, right, they're in a private room. It looks like it's going to be a nice little dinner situation. And Bria starts handing out gifts to everybody that's apparently from Simon. And they're all watches, right? So Silas and Jasmine get matching Versace watches. I don't even remember the other watches that everybody else gets, but they're expensive, like luxury watches, right? And then we just quickly find out that everybody can just be bought, specifically Silas and Jasmine. Like, that meant nothing to me because their whole demeanor and their whole energy completely changed, because then Silas is like, oh, like, he's good with me, like, he can stay as long as he wants now because you can be bought. And come to find out, y'all. So our TV recorded past the episode. So Watch What Happens Live also recorded to the episode. Mm-hmm. And we saw the beginning. Bria and was it Amari?
I thought it was Amari and Bria.
Yes, yep. Amari and Bria are the ones that was on Watch What Happens Live. And Andy asked her about the watches. Come to find out, Simon works for some type of watch warehouse situation. So he gets everything discounted. And this in particular, they were free. The watches were free. And even Andy was like, well, that like takes away all of the... Like, what? That makes it worse. And Andy was like, like, it was just clear that everybody can just be bought. And I was like, is it just me that I was like so turned off by that? It was not a good look for y'all at all. Like, are you kidding me? Less with everybody else and more so Silas and Jasmine, because y'all have been the main ones bitching about him staying for multiple days. And that's what the whole argument was about at the beginning of the episode and the end of the last episode. So it just looked like you can be bought, because stand firm in it, because Brianna's not changing. He can't stay. This is really nice. This is really amazing. Oh, it's so bad that you can't stay the whole time. So Silas takes this opportunity to also ask Simon, basically, like, what is his intentions with Bria? Like, how far does he see this relationship going? Simon answered, I don't really care. He said he really loves Bria. That's great. But all this was Silas taking the opportunity to talk about relationships so he can do his speech, because right after Simon gave his like little one answer, Silas just wanted to take it back to Silas and talk about, you know, how difficult but rewarding relationships are, and he gives his speech. And Jasmine chimes in and he was like, as amazing as he thinks that it is, it can also be very isolating, even in a wonderful friend group like this. And she starts to get emotional and just said that...
Give her the camera time.
She just said that she's having a really hard time with this whole thing. And it's just every episode, more and more, it's just very clear that you had no business rushing into this marriage. And I'm going to say rushing in because this is exactly what you guys did. Y'all only knew each other for what? 6 months, or was dating for 6 months during COVID, and then you decide to get engaged. So, you know.
But we hope y'all enjoyed that episode as well as enjoyed our review. I know for me, one thing I took from the episode that I want to see happen, I want to see if Nick's girlfriend come out. Yes, I'm still harping on that.
I think it'll be the last episode.
From the previews, Shanice comes back, aka Pepperoni Hot Pocket. She seems to be stirring up some stuff, because remember, Shanice is on a mission. But we enjoy y'all. We hope y'all enjoyed our review. Be sure to tune in next week as we will. And we'll definitely, of course, do another review. Do you have any last words for the guests?
Just make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel. We still are trying to reach that goal of 100 subscribers. So please help us out. But that's it.
But we appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Y'all be sure to hit these comments, because these comments are a little crickety right now. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day/night. And we will see y'all soon. But be safe in these streets.
Bye.